Shalom, Israel, Shalom. This is the brother Quatazi Hawa back at it with another lesson. Father will, Abaratazah, this be quick, fast, straight to the point. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there laboring in this truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom to you families out there watching, waiting, praying on Yahweh Shai's second return. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the hopeful elect. All right, so I came across this article video, and it's titled "Trump Administration Freezes Billions in Assistance for Low-Income Families in 5 States." So I'm gonna let it play real quick.
Freezing billions in assistance for low-income families in 5 Democrat-led states, including Colorado. The freeze applies to about $7 billion for temporary assistance, known as welfare. It affects more than $2 billion for child care. HHS is accusing these 5 states, without evidence, of widespread fraud. Apart from Colorado, they include California, Illinois, Minnesota, and New York.
Right, so, this immediately made me think, back to the whole SNAP epidemic and what have you. It made me think back when I did several videos on how, eventually there's going to come a time. It could be this year, could be next year, it could be 2028. But if it be of the Father's will, I pray that it's of this year, 2026. But there's going to come a time where all that government aid and shit is going to get cut off. All right, they're going to find some kind of excuse, whatever it is it may be, PSYOP, this, that, whatever it is. There's going to come a time where the funding for virtually everything is going to get cut off. The American economy is already circling the drain. The value, Salakia, forgive me. The value of the dollar is already in the shitter. Okay, and down the drain, It's only a matter of time before all the dominoes fall, you know what I mean, and Babylon collapse and plunge into darkness and chaos. All right, Jacob's trouble, And so you can only imagine when shit like this happen, right? The funding get cut for Section 8, food stamps, welfare, Social Security, SSI, WIC, this, that, disability. People are going to get real desperate out here. People are going to get real desperate, And then you're going to have Esau. Salakia. At the work, I was tired, man. You're going to have Esau, basically proposition these desperate folks with the MOTB, with the mark of the beast, okay, which is that RFID chip that goes in your hand, or Elon Musk Neuralink that goes in your brain, or shit. It don't matter where they put it at, to be honest. If you ain't got no hands and they put it in your arm or your leg, or inject it into your damn stomach or your neck, like, it don't matter, where it's placed on you. It's doing the same thing. Salakia. It got the same function no matter where it's at on your body, in your body. All right. It's there to hold your financial information, your direct deposit, your medical records, identification, track your pinpoint your exact location, etc., etc. All right, that's the whole point of it, and that's how they get control over y'all, or over those 2/3 and those, and the rest of them heathens. Okay, but the hopeful elect, the 1/3, are predestined to deny the MOTB, the mark of the beast. Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, so the hour of temptation is when Esau, right, brings out the mark of the beast and is doing a full rollout. All right, and that's going to be that temptation. Many of us, all of us, are going to be tempted by Esau, Edom, to take that chip to go back to quote normal unquote. All right, which we already know ain't shit about this society normal. Okay, these people just think that because they still stuck in the matrix, they still sleep, they still have that spirit of slumber, pursuant to Romans. Is it 9 and 11? No, it's 11. Pursuant to Romans 11 and 8. Well, I'm gonna start at 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear to this day. Right? So the election, the hopeful elect, all right, obtained division, have eyes to see and ears to hear, were given knowledge, wisdom, and understanding by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, while the rest were given the spirit of slumber. They sleep, so they don't know what's going on. All right, they don't know what's about to come upon this place. They don't know that they need to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai's name. They don't know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is about to bring great judgment upon this place, man. And part of that judgment is, humbling motherfuckers. All right, humbling these people by taking away everything, stripping away the jobs, the government benefits, the money, the bank accounts, the freedom, everything getting stripped. All right. This next article reads, 5 states sue over Trump freezing $10 billion in child care family assistance funds. Yeah, so about an hour ago, I saw this one pop up. I didn't read it. So I'm going to kind of go through it real quick because it's not meant to be nothing long, man. Funds include $7 billion froze 5 states. In announcing the freeze, the agency cited concerns about widespread fraud and misuse of taxpayer dollars. So, it don't matter what they say, right? Or people getting mad about it, suing about it, whatever. The whole fact of the matter is, if you are of the hopeful elect, which I pray that y'all are out there that's watching, I pray that I am as well. Our Father will. We are of the hopeful elect. Stand diligent. We understand that this is a means to an end. We understand that eventually it ain't going to be no 5 states with frozen funds. It's going to be all 50 states. It's going to be Babylon, so-called America, with frozen funds. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And that in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So when the doors are shut in the streets, nobody's working. All right. Like we mention all the time, man, when Jacob's trouble pop off, nobody's going to be working. Everybody is going to be trying to survive. You're going to have some men with their families, right? Those men are going to try to go out to get food for their families. Some of them not going to make it home. All right? Some of them are not going to make it home. And it's going to even be some greasy shit happening. He might be on his way home or whatever the case may be, from trying to get some food for the family. He get ambushed. He get ambushed by 4, 5, 6, 7 men, And and they like, open your door up, and basically life or death situation, he's basically forced to let them in his house, and he got a wife, children, and it's a number of things that can and will happen when that time come, man, and you don't want to be on the receiving end of that shit. So continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, beg for mercy, forgiveness, beg for the speedy return of Yahweh Shai to reap this place, all right, to reap the harvest, okay? Fast, pray fast, repent, all right? Stay diligent, fight the good fight, the fight of faith, keep watching the videos, keep learning, okay? We almost home, man. We almost home. We're going to leave it off with that. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.